Evet arkadaşlar, ikinci bölüme hoş geldiniz. Tekrardan kanalımıza da hoş geldiniz. Bunu da söyleyelim. Kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Bakalım büyücü olma yolunda ilerliyoruz. Başımıza neler gelecek hep beraber göreceğiz. Ve devam edelim. Bu arada oyun Türkçe mi diye soran arkadaşlar olmuş. Arkadaşlar oyun Türkçe değil normalde. Ben Türkçe yamasını kurdum. Normalde bu oyun benim PlayStation'da vardı. Ama bilgisayarda aldım ve Türkçe yamasını kurdum. Sırf Türkçe oynayabilmek için. Bu arada onu da söyleyelim ve oyunumuza devam edelim. Şimdi bölüme geldik. Birbirimize tanıtalım diyor. Buradan başlayalım. İlk önce Arthur'la konuşalım.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Evet, bence büyülüler çok
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puff skein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Yani kaybolmamaya çalışırım tabii ki. Şimdi şuradaki kızımıza gidelim.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong.
Ne oluyor?
Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Evet, maalesef.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Amcası iyi
Are you
miymiş?
sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Tamam. O zaman memnun oldum.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Şurada biri var.
There you are.
Bilma.
There you are.
Sen kimsin bakalım? Lenora.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
Çıkmam gereken çok şey var, evet.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed, 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Neden
Do
Ravenclaw'da
you
olman
really
gerektiğini
think you should have been in
düşünüyorsun?
Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice
Emin
meeting you,
olun.
Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Is
Karı
the new
resmen başından
Hufflepuff out of
kovdu ya.
bed yet?
Olaya bak.
Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Profesör Weasley ile uğraşıyor.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Ya bu kitap. Aa. Ne oluyor lan?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Revelio.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like a field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Aa, ilginç. Ondan bazılarının içerdiği rivayet edilen bu kitap Hogwarts öğrencilerin yüzyıldır en sevdiği kitapla oluşan koleksiyona sahipmiş. İlginç. Tamam.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Harita burasıymış. İki ana bölge ayrılmış. Haritanın sol tarafı öğrencilerin ve profesörlerin yaşadığı şeyi yer, evin ortak salonlarını ve büyük salonlarını gösteriyormuş. Ha, yeşiller keşfettiklerimiz, griler de keşfedilmemiş alanları gösteriyormuş. Okey. Kütüphane ek bölgesi nerede abi? Burası. Merkez salon. Burası yani.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Güzel. Ama daha açılmamış yerlerimiz var. Buraların hiçbiri. Neyse.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Revelio.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Don't get the password wrong is all I can say.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Tılsım dersleri neymiş?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and
Güzel.
entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Peki karanlık sanatlara
Can
karşı
you tell me
savunma?
more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Hogsmeade ne peki?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Vay, bira için ha. Güzel.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
Tam benlik
A lot
abi
to
orası.
absorb
Bira için
on your
gidilir yani.
first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Yok yani.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Revelio.
Forgot to read the chapter of the potions today.
Revelio.
Ben bunu nasıl yakalayacağım ya? Uçuyor oğlum bu kağıt.
Revelio.
I've seen the boys looking very sheepish lately.
Revelio.
Neyse. Ha, bunlar daha açılmamış. Muhtemelen bunu yakalayacağım onu ben. Kağıtları. Yetenekler açıldığı zaman. Niye benim şeyim açılmıyor?
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained.
Hadi profesör bitti,
Happily,
derslere
you have the
gireceğim ya.
benefit of an
Skiller
exceptionally
açmam
skilled
lazım.
team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Hmm. Hmm. Nazarlık sınıfına geçelim. Akıyor. Tamam, buraya gideceğiz.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Certainly make sure I stay abreast of my homework. Teachers don't like to especially me.
Revelio.
Çocuklar var. Revelio. Derse kaç kaldık? Yürü yürü yürü. Bu aynalar ne bu? Yarıyor. Bu ne abi?
Revelio.
Aa, şövalyelere bak. Hareketliymiş. Sen ne yapıyorsun burada kedicik?
Revelio.
Şey var mı? Sandık. Sandık, sandık, sandık. Burasını da açalım. Bu ne lan?
Revelio.
Revelio. Revelio. Yukarı gidiyoruz.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Tamam, göreve başlayalım.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
İlk önce büyüğü öğreneceğiz ha. Başlıyoruz. Akio.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Akio'yu öğrendik. İşte o sayfaları şimdi böyle çekeceğiz demek ki. Yani az önce merdivenlerin orada uçan sayfalar vardı. O büyük sayfalarını bu şekilde çekeceğiz demek ki. Tamam. Şimdi anlaşıldı.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres.
Görme büyüsü Akio. Hedef kullanılan kişiye doğru çeker. Hedefi daha yakına çekmek için atam tuşa dokunun. Büyü yapmak
Think of
için
this
tuşa
like
tekrar dokunun.
gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall. Very good.
Oo çok çektik. Düşme, düşme, düşme. Aa.
Excellent control there. Splendid.
Çok hızlı çektim.
Stay focused. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red.
Tamam
Clear?
ben maviyim.
Yes, sir.
Hadi bakalım başlıyoruz.
Here we go.
Vay arkadaş.
There we go.
That's it.
Let us see this.
Nasıl 30 ya? Oha hatuna bak.
Well done. Be sharp.
Abi kız hepsini çekti buraya.
Done.
Excellent control there. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Aa kutuları var.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. There we go. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Düşme. Aa.
Don't lose your composure.
Let us see this. Yes!
50 puana bıraktı ya.
Splendid.
Be sharp. Phew. Oh, that was an execution.
Yapacak bir şey yok.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio.
A word, if you would.
Revelio is so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Yani normal derslerim bitti. Bir de üstüne ek ders verecek adamlar ya. Olaya bak.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Ne oldu?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Teşekkür
I've been
ederim.
fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Kıyafet. Neyimiz var? Bir şey yok. Pelerin. Şapka. Yok, fazla İngiliz oldu. Gözlük istemiyorum. Eldiven olabilir. Aa, bak bu güzelmiş. Böyle kalsın. O zaman bunun da görünüşünü değiştirebiliriz biz. İçimize Hufflepuff. Yeşil. Olsun, yeşil dursun. Şapkanın görünümünü değiştirebiliyoruz mu? Deneyelim. Evet. Ha, tipe bak. Bu ne abi? Tam şapka mapka istemiyorum. Herhangi bir değeri yok zaten şapkana. Bunu niye takıyorsam ben? Evet, diğerleri kapalı. Okey. Envanter, koleksiyon, meydan okuma, harita. Tamam, şimdi diğer göreve gideceğiz. Buraya. Meydan okumalar. Aa, efsane bir pelerin gelmiş. Dur, eldiven geldi. Aa, bunlardan aldıkça şey gelecek. Yine ya ihtiyaçlar gelecek. O zaman şöyle yapalım. Evet, şimdi daha güzel oldu. Hufflepuff'un şeyi güzel. Böyle kalsın. Yakınlarda şey var mı? Şöyle bir bakalım. Ben buradayım. Var ama açılmamış. O zaman mecbur gideceğiz.
I'm glad I don't have to stay in the castle for the holidays.
Accio!
İşte bu. Gördün mü?
In the Goblin Rebellion of 7
Aradığım büyü buydu.
The Minister for Magic was
Revelio.
No, it wasn't.
Evet. Oo, burada sandık var.
What fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm not
lies.
telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It
Abi
was
büyüyle
Basil
müyle
Flack.
uğraşamayacağım şimdi.
Oh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister
Revelio.
Revelio.
Bunu da ver bakalım. Kuş. Aşağıda kağıt vardı o kapının girişinde. Neyse. Aa, merkez salondur, gideriz buradan haritadan ya. Büyük salon. Bu değil. Güney kanadı kütüphane. Çıkış. Fakülte kulesi. Hasta kanadı. Buraya gideceğiz zaten. Ama şeyleri açmam lazım. Bütün kaleye gezip o ışınlanma noktalarını açmam lazım ki hızlı hızlı hareket edeyim. Yoksa koşmak zor olacak.
Revelio.
Burada bir şeyler var mı? Yok, neyse sınıfa gidelim biz. Çekilin yoldan, çekilin yoldan. Ve bu görevi de yapalım. Sonra arkadaşlar ikinci bölümümüzü burada bitirelim.
you've got.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token of the
Levioso
great
yaptı.
poacher raid of 1878, no doubt.
Bunu mu öğreneceğiz acaba?
Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to
Levioso.
remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okey, hazır. Başlıyoruz.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise. Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso! This should be easy. You're good. How perceptive. What are you doing up there? Levioso! Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Good form.
I know.
A perfectly executed Levioso.
Your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Yine ek ödev.
That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spell, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Kilit açacakmış. Ha, bunlar mı Hogsmeade dedikleri şeyler?
Nice
Ne oldu
work.
Sebastian? Uzanlık var burada.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio. I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now.
Bence bunun kaşıntısı var.
Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Senin kaşıntın var, ben senin kaşıntını bir alayım.
Revelio.
Bir şeyleri bir açalım.
Revelio.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Yan görev mi? Asa kolu altın. Raflardan uç. İlk önce şunu yapalım.
Even when my brother put a Grindylow on my bed, possibly a bit of pride.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Ne oldu?
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madam Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Revelio. Accio.
Tamam gidelim bakalım. Neredeymiş bunlar? Haritada gözükmüyor. Kendimiz gideceğiz.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio. Accio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Var mı başka etrafta uçuşan şeyler? Sanırım kaçta var? Neyse şuraya da bir bakalım. Bir tane kaldı. O zaman kaçta gördüm herhalde ya. Gördüğüm gibi geldi. Şurada bir yerde gördüm sanki onu.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Tamam, şimdi gidelim.
Revelio. Accio. Protego.
Güzel.
Revelio.
Niye bu da gözüyor? Buraya mı geldin kızım? Arka tarafta bak nasıl yanıltıyor ya. Çekil önden.
Revelio.
Kilitli diyor.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Şimdi diğer göreve geçelim.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Eldiven. Bunu koyacağız. Bir işe yarıyor çünkü. Niye hala hiçbir işe yaramıyor? Şapka hiçbir işe yaramıyor. Aa, olay iyiymiş. Vay, iyi düşünmüşler la. Bakalım sen ne istiyorsun?
Hello,
Senle de
Nora.
konuşalım.
What
Bu
are you
görevi
looking at?
yapalım. Madem
Everyone
arkadaşlar
thinks I'm
kapatalım.
utterly
Yani az önce
balmy.
kapatacağım dedim ama
Samantha thinks I'm potty.
bayağı sarıyor yani.
But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio.
The sorting hat took ages to sort that poor person from the
Accio.
Allah Allah. Acaba bunu toplayacak mıyız hareket ettiği zaman?
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
İlginç. Çoğuta görünmesi. Belki de bunu kendi denemenin resmin sırrını keşfedin diyor. Resmin sırrı neymiş ya abicim? Söyle bakalım.
Revelio.
Ya bununla alakalı bir şey var burada ya. Bununla alakalı bir şey var.
Accio.
I should think there's an entire ward in St. Bunker.
İlk önce biz şeyden başlayalım abi.
The most I've ever been able to
Şu etraftaki mekanları bir açalım.
Revelio.
Bence oraya kelebek melebek bir şeyler koyacağız biz oraya.
You can't
Başlayalım.
imagine how inconvenient travel was.
Revelio. Accio.
Professor Wing.
Revelio.
Profesör nereye gittin ya?
Revelio.
Neyse biz gidelim abi kendi mekanımıza. Şeyi açtık.
Revelio. Accio.
Lan. Şimdi burasını da açtık. Şuraya gidelim. Çekilin, çekilin, acil durum.
I sent a love letter.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
İşte sınıfı.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Galiba burada iksir dersi yapacağım. Hoca gelmeden kaçayım.
Revelio.
Evet, burada bırakalım. Arkadaşlar, izlediğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Devam edeceğiz. Beğendiyseniz lütfen yorumlarınızı ve beğenilerinizi eksik etmeyin. Yorumlarınızı bekliyorum arkadaşlar. Nasıl, nedir? Siz beğendiniz mi? Düşünceleriniz neler? Muhakkak yazın. Kendinize iyi bakın. Hoşça kalın diyorum. Bay bay.